All right, welcome to screencast number 2 for Unit 6, Lesson 1. I'm on page 272 and we're talking about stars. A star is a large celestial body that's composed of gas and emits light. It produces its own light, in other words. Like the sun, most stars are composed almost entirely of hydrogen and helium. Remember that hydrogen and helium are the two lightest elements on the periodic table. Small percentages of other elements are also found in stars. Energy production in the star takes place in the center or the core. Energy is produced by the process of nuclear fusion. In this process, stars fuse lighter elements such as hydrogen into heavier elements such as helium. And the energy from this nuclear fusion leaves the core and eventually reaches the star's surface. And there, the energy escapes as visible light and other forms of radiation. Okay, so the sun emits energy that was produced in the core as a result of nuclear fusion. Now, one of the types of energy that that our sun and most other stars produce is visible light, but it also produces a whole lot of other stuff. It produces radio waves, X-rays, gamma rays, infrared rays, ultraviolet rays, etc. Okay? Stars vary greatly in size. Small stars such as white dwarfs may be about the size of Earth, and giant or supergiant stars may be from 10 to 1,000 times the diameter of the Sun. The Sun is a main sequence yellow dwarf star that is about 5,500 degrees Celsius at its surface. Okay? In the grand scheme of things, our Sun is a middle-sized, middle-aged star. Okay? All right, let's go to galaxies. Our solar system, remember that our solar system is our sun and the planets and other things that orbit it. Our solar system is located in the Milky Way galaxy. A galaxy is a large collection of stars, gas, and dust that's held together by gravity. Small galaxies, called dwarf galaxies, may contain only a few million stars, and giant galaxies may contain hundreds of billions of stars. The Milky Way, which is our galaxy, is a spiral galaxy. Spiral galaxies are shaped like pinwheels. They have a central bulge from which there are two or more spiral arms. Stars form in or near the spiral arms. The Sun is located in a partial spiral arm of the Milky Way galaxy, near the edge of the galaxy. Elliptical galaxies are another type, so are irregular galaxies. Okay? Elliptical galaxies look like spheres or ovals, and they don't have any spiral arms. Irregular galaxies appear as a splotchy, irregular-shaped blob. Okay? Irregular galaxies are very active areas of star formation. Okay, so please understand that our galaxy is the Milky Way. The Milky Way contains billions of stars. Okay? Our star, the Sun, is only one of those billions of stars. Okay? And just remember, in our solar system, there is only the Sun, our star. Okay? So our solar system is a very small part of the Milky Way galaxy. All right, go to page 273. Nebulae. A single one, nebula. A nebula is a large cloud of gas and dust in space. Most stars form in nebula. Nebulae are found in the arms of spiral galaxies and throughout irregular galaxies. Nebulae may form from stars. Okay, depends on the type of nebula you're talking about. Okay, so please keep in mind, when I say nebula, think cloud. Okay, cloud of gas and dust out in space. That's what it is. Now, there are certain types of nebulas. Okay, planetary nebulas form as stars like our sun age and push away their outer layer of material. Nebulas also form after supergiant stars explode. The nebula that form from those remains are called supernova remnants. And there are three other main types of nebulas. There are emission nebulas that glow. Stars that are forming in these nebula give off light. and often have a red glow. The Orion Nebula is an emission nebula. This right here is the Orion Nebula. Reflection nebula reflect the light from other stars. These nebulas are often blue. The third type of nebula are dark nebula. Dark nebula appear as dark regions in the sky because they block the light of stars behind them. So it's kind of like a silhouette. This right here, this is known as the Horsehead Nebula. It's also in the constellation Orion. Is a dark nebula. Okay. Here, this is these stars are known as the Pleiades. It's a little open cluster in the constellation Taurus, but you can see some blue cloudiness around those stars. Okay, and those are reflection nebulas. They're basically the leftover gas that hasn't been incorporated into those stars yet. Okay, so we're talking about the components of the universe, how the universe is organized. Okay, and the universe basically is organized into galaxies. And between the galaxies, there's a whole lot of empty space. Okay, between the stars in a galaxy, there's a whole lot of empty space. There's tons of empty space in space. Okay, so within a galaxy, like the Milky Way, you have potentially billions of stars. Okay. Many of those stars may have planets orbiting them, so many of them have their own solar system. But when we talk about the solar system, we're talking about our solar system. Okay? Our solar system contains one star, the sun, and then everything that orbits around that star, the planets, comets, meteors, etc. Okay? All right, let me show you what I've got for notes on these 2 pages. All right, I'm back on page 272. I have pointed out that there are 3 basic galaxy types. Also, I underlined the definition for star and several other things. Definition for galaxy, several other things about galaxies. On page 273, I pointed out that there are 3 basic types of nebulas: planetary nebulas, supernova remnants, and star-forming nebulas. The star-forming nebulas, there are 3 types of those, and that was what this second paragraph was about. The 3 types of star-forming nebulas are emission nebulas, reflection nebulas, and dark nebulas. Okay? For instance, this is an emission nebula. This is a dark nebula. This blue stuff is a reflection nebula. Okay? The other thing that I want to point out, when we talk about planetary nebulas, please make sure that you understand that planetary nebulas have nothing to do with planets. Okay? If you would like to know why they're called planetary nebulas, you can talk to me on your own. All right, that does it for screencast number 2.